Hello, beloved. I'm Mrs. Honeybee of the Highest, the shamanic high priestess and life consultant here at EyeGotThyme. And welcome to the 5 p.m. show of Honey's Homeroom Live. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here with y'all. We're going to actually keep it quiet today, like no music in the background. And that's just because we have the chimes that are going. And I feel like that's super cute. And I lied. I'm going to put music because I want some. I lied. Just that quick. I was like, no, actually, I do want music in the background. I do want a little something for myself, at least. Hi, Ade. Ashe. Oh, I'm having me a banana girl. A little snackety snack. Amen. Ashe. Oh my God. I've been snacking all day. I've been so hungry lately. All of this growing, all this evolving, all this expanding. Girl, I gotta eat. I gotta eat. My body is changing like crazy. I'm purging. I am purging old energy. I'm purging old realities. I'm purging old perspectives. I'm purging. Hi, Bernadette. And it's so beautiful. I'm coming into such a remarkable version of me. I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful. Yeah, you too today, all day, just snacking. It feels so good though to be fueling my body with stuff that like feels nourishing. It definitely feels nourishing. Ashe. Wow. I'm excited to share some. I want to talk about some things today that have been just like on my heart. I'm gonna let spirit guide me, of course, but I'm excited to talk about some things that I feel like are really great topics to share. That I would love to share. Amen. Fuck that up. Fuck the club up. Just give us some more light. I wanted a little natural light. Oh, Ashe. That's actually a really bad thing. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Heads up, I'm scheduling interviews to the first week of April. I've been in chronic pain, barely functioning. Ashe. Okay, Bernadette. First week of April. Ashe. Complete wellness to you, beloved. Complete wellness to you. Complete wellness. Complete wellness. Complete wellness. Take all the time that you need. Take all the time that you need. Take your time. You know, that's the first thing that we could actually talk about right now. Just health, body health, mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, physical health, wellness. So throughout my journey, I have listened to my spirit. I've listened to my spirit. I've listened to my spirit and I let my spirit guide me. I have changed and transformed in so many ways throughout many seasons along this journey. And I'm so very grateful because I have dealt with health issues for as long as I can remember. And I have felt embarrassed because a lot of those health issues that I had to deal with that were chronic, that did not necessarily, I felt like they were my fault. Like I was like, I didn't do nothing for this. Like, what are you talking about? You know? And it wasn't until 2021 where my ancestors came to me, my grandmother specifically. And actually, no, yeah, it was in 2021 when my grandmother came to me and she was letting me know, hey, we're going to heal we're going to heal you. 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 And I'm like, okay. And you said you're schizophrenic and you definitely felt embarrassed in the past to share. Ashe. Okay. Now I do want to, okay. Ashe. And so my ancestors came to me in 2021 and they were letting me know, like, we're going to heal you. And we're going to heal you. Ashe. I said, okay. I was nervous. I felt scared. I felt so afraid. I was like, oh my God. At the time I was taking Dupixent, which was for my eczema, and it was helping greatly. Oh my God, bitch, I was sleeping real good, bitch. The scars were like healing. The itching had stopped damn near. The itching stopped. Actually, I don't remember itching at all. My skin was glowing. I felt really good. And I was ecstatic. And so I remember I had like 2 syringes to take for the Dupixent, and my ancestors were like, we're going to heal you. Throw them away. You don't need them no more. And I was like, okay. We sure? And I threw them away. And within a couple weeks, my body started to transform. And I was like, no, I'm going into remission. That's what it felt like. I felt like all the work I had did was being reversed. And then in this moment, I realized that there was no work that I had did. I was taking medication. I was taking steroids. In my mind, my ego thought, oh my God, all the work that I did to change my body. And it's now like going back into, what is this? Scars and rashes, and I'm itchy, and this isn't what it was. No. And in this moment, which I did not think this back then, what I thought back then was all this work I did. In this moment, what I now realize is there was no work that I did. I didn't put in no work to heal myself back then. What had happened was that I was taking steroids. Ultimately, that's what was going on. I was taking steroids. So to me, I had assumed, Ashe, I had assumed that me being on Dupixent was equivalent to me putting in work to heal myself. I was eating really well. I was vegan at the time, I believe. Vegan or veg. I was vegan at the time. I was eating vegetables galore, smoothies, fruits, starches, like I wasn't tapping into meat like that. I was eating vegan meat. Trader Joe's was my bestie. Tofu turkey I lived for, or tofurkey, which was like these vegan sausages. Really good. Like I was making vegan food. I was even doing like zucchini noodles and shit. And so to me, I felt like I was doing something. But now this version of me today is like, babe, you are taking medications. So in your mind, because you were eating healthier, you were doing something, but you had support from, I believe Dupixent is like a corticosteroid or whatever. I don't know. Let me see what Dupixent is. Dupixent. What is it? It's an antibody blocking interleukin 4 and interleukin 13. What the fuck does that mean? It's a biologic that helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema. It's not a steroid. Okay, it's not a steroid or an immunosuppressant. It's a prescription biologic medicine I would have to like inject it into my body. So that was cool. So it's a biologic. What the fuck is a biologic? Biologic. Biologicals are a diverse group of medicine which includes vaccines, growth factors, immune modulators, monoclonal antibodies, as well as products derived from human blood and plasma. So biologic medications, they target a specific part of your immune system. Okay. So I'll put it like this. There was a foreign substance that I was injecting into my body to do what I am capable of. I thought that me choosing to eat better, me choosing to love myself was enough, when actuality, I was taking something that was suppressing inflammation in my body that was going to happen regardless, unless I was taking that particular biological. Now, before that, a lot of the things that I took were steroids, whether it was prednisone, whether it was triamcinolone, hydrocortisone. Those are the main things that I would use for my body, for my skin. There were other things as well, but I don't really remember what they were. And this has been going on since the beginning of my childhood, like early as from the 2 years old, even maybe earlier than that. Ashe. Now, in this moment, I have watched my body evolve so much since 2021. It's 2024 now. We're going, so what, 3 years in to allowing my body to naturally heal itself. And it has been a tumultuous journey. It's been hell. It's been hell. It's been hell. And that's me being transparent. I have itched my skin raw, pink, purple. I've shedded freight trucks load worth of skin, giving you Sahara Desert worth of dust, okay? And my body is still transforming today. I have needed to heal emotionally. I've needed to process emotions. I've needed to tend to my emotional body. I've needed to tend to my nervous system. I've needed to tend to my mind, my beliefs, the narratives I've told myself, the way I've spoken to myself in here. I've had to change so much in order for me to even get to where I am today with my body. And where I am today is nowhere where where I am today is exactly where I need to be. My ego wishes greatly that I would be somewhere else. My ego does, and that's what we've been working on. We have been working on acceptance. My ego accepting that there's no need to be ashamed of where I am right now, because I have grown tremendously and I have evolved tremendously, and I'm doing this all naturally and I'm guiding myself. I have had assistance from several other friends, and I have chosen the holistic route. What I'm doing right now for myself is completely changing my eating habits and going back vegan. I have been called to go vegan a long time ago. And I didn't really listen because of my lifestyle. Going through the homeless journey made me feel like I had no choice but to eat McDonald's and processed foods. Made me feel like, fuck everything. I'm over this. I don't care. I'm just going to eat what I want and do whatever is necessary to survive right now, because what the fuck is this? I have had to evolve and grow into someone who could support themselves mentally enough to change their reality. Now that I have changed my reality, I'm able to truly focus on healing my body, the physical body. My physical body has been beaten up, down, back, and abused because of the journey that I have been on and that I put myself through. I'm the one who decided that I wanted to evolve mentally, spiritually, consciously, and I wanted to do all this healing work. And a lot of the healing work that I would do would be phenomenal, and was phenomenal, because I was able to really learn about myself in a myriad of ways. Yet it was taking away from me focusing on myself. However, I felt that in order for me to survive, I needed to utilize my spiritual gifts in order for me to be able to eat and things of that sort. And I'm so glad I did. I regret not one choice. I regret not one choice that I've made, because I don't have asthma anymore, Ashe. I don't have allergies anymore, Ashe. And that came with the eczema as well. So eczema is the third part of the trifecta that is being chopped, okay? And I don't get cold sores anymore, Ashe. So my body has truly upgraded, and I have healed myself in astronomically, like the way that I am today, the way that my body heals itself, the way that like just myself is transformed as an avatar. Like I have super healing, super speed healing. And even my skin, I can scratch my skin and it looks how it looks, where it's kind of tough, Teflon like type of vibe, leather-ish. However, at the same time, it's also very soft in certain spaces, and it heals still rather quickly. So it's like if you just stop scratching it, it will heal fast. Give it a week. And your body gonna look like, what the fuck? I thought whoa, that was fast. However, the scratching has been a habit. And that has to do with my nervous system. That has to do with my mental habits of me assuming that, oh my God, I need to itch. Also, I'm super sensitive. The vibrations that I feel are insane. And so I'm understanding how to ground differently, because my old grounding techniques aren't working. Just going outside and standing like I'm like on some grass, like, no, that's not doing it. It's not cutting it. It's different. It's not that simple as going to go hug a tree. My mind needs to be, I have to communicate with myself now. Like I have to, in order for myself to ground, I must communicate with me. I talk to the spirit that's scratching. I communicate with her and bring her to a calm. And I also feel the itch. I feel it. I feel the emotion. I feel the emotion behind the itch, and I allow that to move through. And it's uncomfortable. However, I let myself phase through that. Why am I talking about this? Why am I mentioning all this? I find that many of us have been diagnosed with a myriad of dis-eases, uncomfortabilities, symptoms. And we also are often told how incurable things are, or how curable things are with a lifelong subscription to a prescription. I don't align with that. I find that my cells, my body is meant to heal itself. That's what I believe. That's what I've been told within myself from my higher self. And I believe that, and I'm trusting me, and I'm going on this journey that says I'm going to heal me. And anyone who doesn't believe me, just wait and see. Just wait and see. You'll be eating your words because I do everything I set my mind to. And I'm also very sweet and kind. So when I do it and you're like, okay, bitch, can you teach me? Can you help me do mine? Sure. Sure. Are you ready to go down the journey of tending to yourself, of releasing yourself, of communicating differently with yourself, of acknowledging yourself differently, of changing how you speak with yourself, of all of these things? So, because I'm kind and because I do this out of just pure love of self, I'm not going to sit here and make it seem like everybody's meant to believe me. I don't need anyone to. I don't need that. I don't need the validation. I used to. I don't need it anymore. Now I know what I'm doing. Now I know that it's working because I'm seeing the evolution and I'm reflecting. And as I reflect, I'm able to acknowledge the fact that this has been layered. This has been layered. The mind, the body, the emotional body, it's been layered. It's needed to take time. And I thought that I could rush it, and I rushed it. I rushed it and it did nothing. Rushing it made it worse. Rushing it made it worse. And so now I don't rush it. And now I show up, and I even let my skin show. I show my skin. I show my scars. I show the Teflon. Okay? I show me. And you guys see me on camera, and I look different on camera than I do in person. And I do look really good. I do look really, really good. I look different when I look down at my body than when I look in the mirror at my body. And then I look different on the camera as well. And I've talked about this before. So it's very peculiar to me. It's very odd to me how, depending on the angle at which you're looking at me, I will look very different. So I'm like, that's also something. That's something that's been getting my mind, where I'm like, wait a minute. I don't look how I think I look. And I don't look the same from everybody's eyes and from everybody's angle. So actually what I look like, I'm no longer focusing on, and I'm just solely focusing on now how I feel, which is why I've changed my eating habits, and which is why I'm changing the speed at which I live, the pace at which I'm living. I allow myself to take my time so much more. Woo! Like, I have to move at a glacial pace. I have to chill out, and I will like bob and weave and do all of this and be very energetic in one space. Yes. However, I'm not frantic in my mind anymore, which is why I have so much energy in one space, where I'm like, I'm not going to move. I'm not going to move, but I'm going to stay right here, and I'm going to be here, but I'm going to get this energy out. And when I need to move, I'm going to move. When I need to do that, I'm going to do that, but I'm not going to do too much. And I allow myself to flow naturally without this idea that, oh, you're autistic. Oh, you got ADHD. Oh, you got ADD. Oh, you have all these things, because none of those things are true. How do I know? Because most people that I have come across who are in love with themselves, who genuinely are bubbly and joyous, they have this energy. And the only reason why someone would label us anything is because they don't. And that's the only way they could fathom it. However, the people who I come across who don't normally have my kind of energy, naturally, they're going through something completely different mentally. Their minds don't work how my mind works. But all of us are built different, which you talked about earlier on TikTok. So just because somebody is built differently doesn't mean they need a diagnosis. And then we have this word called the masses. And I don't want to go, I'm going off tangent here. I think I'm going off tangent. So I don't want to complete that thought, because I feel like then it goes into the ego. It goes to the ego, and that's not where this is meant to go. That's not where this is meant to go. So let me go back and let spirit lead me on this, because my ego doesn't want to speak about things from a hurtful place or from a hurting space And myself wants to speak of it from a place of wellness, because that's the state of being that I'm in. I'm choosing to change drastically how I communicate and how I view this, everything about my body and my healing and my health. Ooh. I feel that I have this deep connection, like you, Bernadette. I feel like I have this deep connection to the spirit world. And I feel that my deep connection to the spirit world is my own. And I find that and I trust that there are a myriad of people who have a deep connection to the spirit world. I don't know where they all are. I don't know where people are. Okay. And I don't know if people are open to talking about it. However, I know that I am. And I'm okay with people talking about it and not talking about it, because it's personal. It's up to you what you want to do, you know? And I understand that journey of not wanting to be judged, perceived as sick or things by others. And I realize that I'm truly out of this energy of caring about what other people think. Like, I know the other day I was like, oh no, I care. And today, as of today, this evolved version of me does not care. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. And I don't care. I don't care. There's just too many people that I have come across as of today who will say they're fine and they're hurting. There's just too many people who will say they're fine and they're hurting. They will say they're fine because they're financially okay, but emotionally, mentally, and energetically, they're in shambles. And I'm like, oh, babe, we're not even in the same dimension. We're not even doing the same thing. We're not even in the same lane. We're not even on the same fucking freeway. Like, there's certain things that I don't care about. There's certain things that I'm not focusing on. And if we're not no. Like, even when it comes to healing, I'm not healing so I could go make money. I'm not healing to make a profit. I'm not healing. I'm literally healing just because it's what my life is naturally giving right now. I'm also healing because I love myself. And I know my body can feel differently because I've seen it. And I know that I can feel differently in my body. So I'm allowing myself to feel differently in my body. I also understand that there is a desire that I have, and my desire and my dream is to be peaceful. It's to be peaceful and just happy, like calm in my joy. Like my dream is just to simply, it's to live. I want to just simply live and just feel good and sleep and rest. And that's what I'm learning how to do now. Thank you, water. And that's what I'm learning how to do now. I'm learning how to do those things. I'm finally in a position in my life where I can breathe and be calm. And I scream so much on a daily basis because I'm so excited and I'm so thrilled, and I realize how much energy has been pent up in my body, and I can finally let it all go. And I can let it all go without having to run around and be like, blah, 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 and drive myself insane with just running around and moving and moving and moving. Now I could do it all standing still. Now I could do it all in one space where I'm just like, I'm just going to move my legs. I'm going to shake my legs. I'm going to shake my legs, and I'm going to breathe. And I'm going to let all that energy fall out of my feet. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to just shake my legs side to side, side to side, side to side, side to side, side to side. And then sometimes I'm just shaking my upper body. And I'm just letting all that excess energy just fall off because I don't want it anymore. Because I don't need all the extra energy. I needed so much energy before to protect myself. I needed all that excess energy before to protect myself because I wasn't safe, because I was not safe, because I wasn't safe, because I was in spaces that energetically were not safe to be in. So I needed a wealth of energy all around me. I don't need all that shit anymore. And I'm carrying too much. And so I'm allowing myself today to expel that energy like crazy. I'm doing energetic readings. I'm releasing and releasing and releasing. I'm healing. I'm channeling. I'm letting all the energy that's in me just fall out. I'm making sure that I busy myself where necessary, effectively for the energy to release. I'm creating, singing, and breathing, and I'm doing a myriad of things, which is helping the energy finally flow because it has been backed up because of the spaces that I placed myself in where I was restricted. I was limited on what I could do, on how much I can be, on how expansive I could be and mentally I was holding myself back. This live is so vulnerable. I feel like this live, I'm channeling less and you're just receiving honeybee more today, which is so lovely. I'm so I don't want to say that because I don't feel that. I am so happy, and the releasing of this energy has me sleepy. I'm sleepy, yet I'm sleeping. I'm so sleepy. I'm so sleepy these days. Hi, Tippy. I'm so sleepy these days, and so I sleep so much. I sleep so much. I sleep so much, and I'm finally sleeping now. I'm finally sleeping now, and so I'm allowing myself to sleep. I realized that I was not sleeping for years. I was not sleeping for years. I was not sleeping. And now I'm finally sleeping again. And I'm like, okay. Ah! So I am expelling all of this energy, allowing myself to finally get the rest that I require. And I realized that I was afraid for so long for my safety. And that didn't feel good. I didn't feel safe. I didn't feel safe. I was afraid. Like, it didn't feel good not knowing where I was going to sleep. It didn't feel good. And it didn't feel good being in spaces where I didn't feel like I could show up as myself. And it didn't feel good being in certain spaces feeling like I could show up as myself, but the cost felt like it was too high to show up as me. There were moments where myself just needed privacy. I just needed privacy. I didn't want eyes on me. I just wanted to be with myself. And I'm so glad that I've gotten into a space where now I have that. So grateful. I reflect on my mother and my father. And both of them had childhoods that are their business. Yet when I heard about my parents' childhood, both of them, I was mortified. Mortified. Like, how dare people treat children as such? That's how I felt. And so I understand, and then when I reflect on my childhood, I was treated with so much love. Like, people were the most loving I heard when I came out, when I was around. Like, even my grandmother. Like, folks just softened when I got here. Folks just softened. Even my uncle, my auntie, she is like 3-4 years older than me. even when like I came, like they, like even my grandmother, like her mother didn't even soften until I got here. It was like, oh, something about this one. I don't know what the something is for them that changed. I know who I am and I know my frequency, so I get it. I know I'm not a regular baby. I know I'm not your regular run-of-the-mill child. Okay, I know that for a fact. I definitely understand that even as a being, as I'm not a human I'm not a human. I don't feel human. I know that like you'll be like, girl, you're a human. Don't try to make yourself separate. I'm not making myself separate in that someone can say they're a human. Someone can say that's a dog. Someone can say that's a cat. I may look like a human on the outside. However, I'm a different species of human. I'm a human, other species. That's how I feel. We're all still connected. I don't find myself to be better than anybody, but I definitely know that there are other species. There's like new species of humans, and I'm one of those. However one wants to put it, they can put it at that. Not a star seed, not any of that. Like, I'm a new species of human, like breed, being. I don't know what, like, how to put it in a way. I just know myself. And I have come across other humanoids that are like me, where I'm like, you're like me. You're like me. There's something about you that's like me. I get it. I know. Okay, I get it. So I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy because, okay, bet. Okay, bet. And the purpose of that, I just don't know, but there's a way that I vibrate that is very unique. There's a way that I vibrate. There's a way that I vibrate. I guess you could call it like I don't know the term. I don't know the term. I don't got no degree or nothing like that. And I don't want to claim to have the scientific terminologies. However, I will tell you on an energetic level, there's a way that I vibrate, and anybody who does energy healing, they can tell you. They'll be like, oh no, there's something about that one. Which has led me to really understand myself on a very unique, which has led me to understand myself with myself. I truly feel like there was no way that I was going to get what I needed medically, on a health level, on a wellness level completely, unless I really worked on myself. And I realized how much work, like I work on myself around the clock. I have to. And I realize how much care it requires, like how much care I require. I require a lot of care. And now I know how to give that to me. And so I do. I find that for myself right now, I have to get out of the past. There is like, this is probably one of the last times, maybe, I don't know, we'll see. But I really am focusing on shifting out of the past. Like I have to stop talking about the past. The past has gotta go. Damn. My mind has been so fixated on what could I change? What could I have done better? What is it that's, hey Big Geezer, what is it that's back there that has me like this? And there's nothing. There's nothing. It was a journey. It was a journey, and everything that I went through prepared me to be able to handle what I need to do right now, which is completely change my mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional behaviors and vocal behaviors. And I'm so tenacious, and I'm so dedicated, and I'm so committed, and I'm so intentional and clear and loving of myself that making these shifts now are very easy. Do they feel good? Oh my God, no, not all the time. Not all the time. They don't always feel good. However, once I make it through that little piece of, I gotta morph through this, then I'm like, hell yeah, I like this shit. I like this. Because shifting through survival mode and into rest mode, babe, the way that I'm sleeping right now, I don't even feel like I could pay for it. There's no way to pay for that. Like, I'm talking, like when I'm out, I'm out. And then when I'm up, I'm up. However, sometimes, okay, so like the other night when I got up, I realized that myself had automatically went into, like, my sympathetic nervous system, I feel like is what woke me up, because I immediately was in this fight or flight response. And myself was like, it didn't feel good. I had a dream as well that was giving nightmare, but it wasn't. But because I was bold in the dream, I'm bold in all my dreams. Like, I'm healing in my dreams, where I'm facing my fears, like in my dreams. Before, in my dreams, if there was a fearful moment, I would wake myself up. Honey, get up. Honey, get up. Get up, 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 get up. This is not real. You don't have to be in this. Wake up now. And that's what I would do in my dreams. Now in my dreams, when something fearful happens, I go through it. And I'm like, come on, let's handle it. Let's handle it. Don't leave. Don't leave. Nope. Deal with it. Deal with it. Deal with it. And then I will go through the dream, and then I will wake up out of it on my own and be done. And then I'm like, oh. And then I'm like in this fight or flight response. And I'm like, honey, you're safe. Honey, you're safe. Relax, you're chill. And then I just start talking myself back down to where then myself, so I'm building up this new pattern of behavior where myself knows that I'm safe. Because in my mind, I have not felt safe with myself. How I've spoken to me, how I've treated me, how I've high healing through honesty, how I've engaged with me. I didn't feel safe to slow down. I didn't feel safe to take my time. I'm praying that this live, actually, no, this live is doing something for me. I was going to say, I pray that this live does something for someone. However, I realized that, no, that's just too much pressure. That's too much pressure because I'm not doing this for people. It is doing something for me. And I feel that I'm not channeling right now. And so I feel self-conscious because I'm used to channeling. I said to myself earlier today, I was like, I'm not really a smart person or intelligent per se. I'm an intelligence. I'm a channel, and I know how to channel. I'm just very wise in that I know how to utilize the information that I channel. I know how to know what I know, and I know how to trust my inner knowing, and I know how to pull information if I need to, or come across the information that I need and comprehend it, because the voices in my head are phenomenal at expression. And I'm okay saying that. I'm okay saying I'm not really like a scholar. I'm not a scholar. Like, you put me in school and I'm going to sleep. There's just something about school that just, I am not connected. However, if you want to have an intellectual conversation, depending on the topic, I'm in that shit. If it's not spiritual, if it's not metaphysical, if it's not there, I'm not really involved. So basically, when it comes down to me, if I'm not interested, I'm not interested. If I'm not interested, I'm just not fucking interested. That's just me. If I'm not interested, I'm just not fucking interested. And at that point, there's no way of teaching it to me because I don't care. So I realized that in school, the only reason why I got good grades is because I'm a personality and everybody fucking likes me. So all my teachers loved me because I made them feel special. And because I did the work. I did the work. I just used my skills to get the work done. So if you ask me, what did I learn? I didn't retain anything. I just knew that, okay, I got photographic memory. So before we take the test, let me just look at all the answers. Before we take this quiz, let me just run through the information and remember it. Before we have to, like, before the homework's due, let me just skim through the material and then just channel and I'm gonna channel my paper. And I'm gonna say so many things where it's like, bitch, I did it. I did enough. You could tell that I cared enough-ish. But did I really know? I finessed. I finessed my way through. I used my talents and my skills wisely. Did I know what I was doing? Not consciously. However, now I'm like, oh, that's what I was doing. Okay. I ate that. I ate that. I ate that unconsciously. I ate that shit. Although I was clocked a couple times. I was clocked. There was some moments where I just couldn't get away with it. And I was like, by the time I got to college, oh, girl, I was fucked. By the time I got to college, ooh, bitch, I fucked myself over, bitch. And that's why I didn't finish. And that's why I didn't finish. And I had to learn, like, oh, school's not for me. I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this. I'm only doing this because I feel like my parents want me to. My mother wants me to. My mother was like, get the degree, girl. Like, just get it. And so I was getting it. I was trying to get it and I couldn't get it. I just couldn't. It just wasn't me. It wasn't me. It just wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. But I tried. I gave it my best. I just wanted to socialize. I was like, look, I just want to socialize. I'm really not here for the school part, girl. I'm here for the kiki. I'm here for the kiki. And boy, did I kiki. I'm very grateful for my entire experience. I know we said we were going to talk about a lot of things on this live, but I just let myself flow. So I guess I was in divine flow, which was nice. In this moment, there's hurt that I feel, and I'm grieving. I'm grieving. I'm letting go of the versions of me that punished me for not having answers, and letting go of the versions of me that punished me for feeling like I could have did better when I really gave it my best shot. Myself felt like a failure at one point because I was like, I should have been able to heal so many parts of my, like my eczema should be healed by now. I should have been it. I've been working on this for 3 years. And I realized that I've gotten very far with healing myself. So I'm not going to punish myself like that. I'm not going to punish myself like that and say, well, my eczema should be cleared by now. No, the fuck it shouldn't. Because I didn't know what I was getting myself into when I decided to holistically heal myself. I did not know what I was getting myself into. And I didn't know that I was going to look at my body morph into what it's become. In the span of 3 months, bitch, I lost hair. Like I'm losing hair. Like I have, like, you know, granted, I'm bald now. I say an amen. I look good. I look good. However, you know, it's just, I'm glad that I'm trusting myself. I'm glad that I'm trusting myself to take my time with my body. I'm glad that I'm trusting myself to take my time with my mind. I'm glad that I'm trusting myself to listen to my spirit and heal myself in a way that is aligned with my inner guidance. Some days I want to just take the steroids. Some days I just want to have the biologicals and just be like, fuck it. Just make it easy. However, that's not what I'm here for. That's not what I'm here for. That's not what I'm on earth to do. That's not what no. I'm moving through earth right now. This is just a temporary stop along my journey of infinity. And today I released myself from attachment to healing my body. Today, I officially released myself from the responsibility of needing to heal my physical body. I have placed such an emphasis on healing my physical body. I've been so attached to this physical body and having it look a certain way. And that pressure has been hard to deal with. That pressure has been hard to deal with because not having my body look a certain way after a certain amount of time makes me feel like a failure, makes me feel hurt, it makes me feel embarrassed, it makes me feel ashamed, it makes me feel guilty, it makes me feel stupid, it makes me feel confused, it makes me feel all these negative emotions. And no one's telling me, like no one's forcing me to complete something at all with my body in this particular time frame. No one's judging my physical body. No one's like that, no one's doing that but me. And so I realized that my mother worked very hard. My mother worked hard to figure out how to tend to my physical body as a child. And so kudos to my mother for everything that she did and all the steps that she took. Kudos to her. She was a young mother too. I can't imagine trying to figure me like at what? Hell no. Nah. So kudos to her for everything that she did. I can only imagine her frustration. I can only imagine. I can't fathom it because it's not my business and I don't want to have to dive into that. But I'm very grateful. I'm very, very grateful to have had the mother that I had who gave a fuck the way she gave a fuck to help me as much as possible with my skin. And so to the depths of her comfort, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And so now that I'm in a position of taking that responsibility over and I'm tending to my skin and my body, the emotional breakthroughs that I'm needing to work through in order for myself to heal, I'm realizing that it's not about my physical body. It's not about my physical body. It's about my mind. How do I think about myself? What narratives do I believe about myself? How am I communicating to my cells? The way that I'm thinking, is it serving me in a way that allows for me to feel calm, allows for me to feel ease, allows for me to feel relaxed? Or is the way that I'm thinking causing me to feel frightened and feel like anxious? Is my inner guidance, is my inner voice criticizing me or is it supporting me? Woo! My emotional body is very tied to my mind. So I'm needing to really work through some mental turmoil, some very toxic thought patterns. And honestly, it all does stem for me within the realms of self-love. I got to talk to myself. I got to communicate with myself. I got to be my friend because I have not always been my friend. I've been my captor. I've been my prison. I've been my warden. I've been my warden. I've been my abuser. I needed to change how I think about myself and how I communicate and treat myself in my mind. And that's been helping me greatly. Myself has been falling in love with me. Myself has been calming down more. Myself has been willing to listen to me because of I'm treating myself differently. Changing my eating habits has been big. I had to get that out. I had to get that out. That version of me that needed to have 6 cakes twice a day. Okay. And just have sugar on sugar on sugar. I needed to go through those phases so I could understand what all that shit did to me and understand what my inner child was going through when she wanted just sugar. Give her sugar, give her sugar, give her sugar. And she was like, oh. And thankfully I had a grandmother who would be like, fuck it, just give her sugar. Here, let me go buy her a cake. And now I'm purging out all of that chemical. I'm purging out all of that process. I'm purging it out. I'm purging it out. I am allowing myself now to be my sole cause, my sole reason for joy. I'm allowing myself to be the reason why I'm healing. I'm allowing myself to be the reason why I feel good. I'm allowing myself to really take the role of what drugs used to take. And I'm grateful for that. I want to wrap this up. I feel like this live in particular was just really, I guess it ended up turning into like a little therapy session. A little therapy, not even a therapy session, but it just ended up turning into, I guess, a therapy session, if you will. Sometimes therapy goes like this, but it ended up turning into this session of let me just be just honesty. Let me just share some honest truths. Let me just share some shit that's just on my soul. I want to wrap this up by saying you are going to heal yourself. You are going to heal yourself. And that's me communicating to your ego. Now, to your ego, I also say you have already healed yourself. You have already healed yourself in that you are not the mind, you're not the body, you are the spirit, and the spirit has already taken care of everything. So know that you are healed. If you're watching me and you're on a holistic journey of healing and you're not going to any doctors, you're listening to your spirit and connecting, taking the spiritual route when it comes to healing yourself, whatever the language is, who cares? I just want you to know that you're doing what you need to do. If you've aligned with this video, you're doing what needs to be done, and keep going. It is a journey. It is a process, and it's not linear, and it's not meant to make sense, and it's nobody else's business but yours. And keep learning you, keep learning you, keep learning you, keep learning you, and keep being honest with yourself, and keep showing up, and keep releasing, and communicate with yourself, and give you everything that you are needing for your evolution. Listen to yourself, and take your time and love yourself throughout the process. You are divine. Yes, I said that and I want it to rhyme. Okay. I like to do that. Okay, period, because I got time. Now, have fun and relieve yourself of the pressure of being perfect or of being anything specific when you literally just came here to be. End of sentence. You will be a myriad of things, and it's great to have expectations. However, at the end of the day, have an idea, have an imagination, and then also relieve yourself of the expectation that it needs to be perfectly executed or perfectly manifested into fruition. You don't need the stress. You don't need the stress. Life doesn't have to be stressful. Being a human doesn't have to be painful all the time. I don't believe that. I believe that you can live this life of ease. You can live this life of bliss. I believe that there is a life here as a human being where you're golden. I have had those moments in my life a myriad of times, and I'm in a different cycle right now. And this cycle is leading me through a collection of lessons that are in rotation. And I'm learning them is best. I'm learning them. I am learning them. End of sentence. I am learning them. And so when I get to my next season of just bliss, I'll let you know, and I'll continue to share just like I am now, I'll share in a different capacity maybe because I'll be a different person. However, or maybe not, who knows? Or who knows? I know. Duh. Now, to myself, I want to say, I love you, girl. I love you, girl, and I'm so proud of you. And thank you for working on your chakras the last 24 hours. Thank you for working on unblocking your chakras. Thank you for working on balancing your chakras. Thank you for working on receiving. You've done really, really well, and I'm just proud of you, babe. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I know you're ready to get off this camera. You're like, girl, get me off here. Don't have me on here anytime past an hour. Myself lets me know. She's like, look, I gave you a 5-minute heads up. Don't play with me. I got you on watch. I got you on camera. So I want to say that your energy is yours always. Peace, beloveds. Peace, collective. Gratitude, beloveds. Gratitude, collective. We close with kindness, care, honesty, truth, light, and compassion. I love us so very much, and I'm thankful for y'all being here listening. See you.